Greetings one and all, and welcome back to Zayfard Plays Galactic Civilizations 3. In our last episode, we were continuing to expand our empire, gaining a few more planets, well, okay, one or two more planets, and growing our civilization. I mean, we've got quite a large civilization now. We are the largest civilization by numbers in the entire galaxy, of the people we've met. The other really useful thing we found has been these three worlds. 2 Class 13s and a Class 12. I've got colony ships on the way to the 213s, and another colony ship a turn away to go and get us the Class 12. And I've still got to decide between this Class 11 and this Class 13. Its disadvantage is right on the edge of Arsenian space, which might upset them, but it's a Class 13. Class 11, it's not by the Arsenian space, so it's got these advantages, but I have time to explore before I decide. Speaking of exploring, let's continue. So, as I was saying last episode, I think that my aim for today is, after we've got the high capacity hulls for our now newly developed medium-sized ships, I'm planning to start working on some of the diplomacy options again to reduce the hatred people have for me. In general, you know, people are quite chilled out with me. Okay, the Snathi don't like us, the Yor don't like us, but the Arsenians, the Altarians, and the Klepart all seem to like us, so, you know, could be worse. Half the galaxy likes me. The other half is either at war with me or about to be at war with me, which isn't quite so good. But if we can stem the tide of new people hating us, we'll have time to build up our military. Okay, colonizing event here. Collapsing ice bridge. Ooh, that's pretty cool. I mean, it's not cool for the people in them, I'm guessing, but that artwork is lovely. 2 continents of this planet are joined by a massive ice bridge, which is beginning to collapse. A number of primitive tribes still make their home on this bridge and are in danger of dying within the next year if they're not relocated. The ice bridge is remote, however, and this won't come cheaply. What are your orders? Well, we can't let sentient life perish and do nothing to prevent it. Divert all necessary resources to assist the natives finding safety. Big approval boost, but a small drop to manufacturing. Or, we have a hard enough time keeping our own people alive here, and interfering with primitive species always leads to complications. Sensible. Or, it's time to put these primitives to work for us. Rescue as many as we can and relocate them to safety camps, inverted commas, where they can assist with various activities until their debt is paid. Now, for me, I really want the benevolent boost, so the approval and the benevolent is enough to make it worthwhile. And this is scattered all over the place. Okay, so military boost here, manufacturing here, so I'll put my first research centre here. Military boost here, okay. I could put research up here with a coordination centre. Now I am going to want a Xeno farm. Actually, I'll put 2 side by side. Okay, let's rush by that one just for convenience. Okay. Now consulate, 2 consulates actually could work really well here to push the boundaries. Approval's good. I'm going to have 2 technology centres, so you know what? As we're maybe near drain gauge space, let's have a few defences to keep ourselves safe. A colony hospital. And I think a market centre. Not the most focused world, sadly. It's not proven to be as useful as I'd hoped. But make the best of it. Okay. Another colony ship ready to go. The Class 12. Fantastic, we've got a lot of them here actually. I mean, the biggest benefit is going to be the amount of people we have. Because as we get a bit further into the game, we start having the votes, having more people will mean we have more votes and put us in a much stronger seat, potentially putting us in the driving seat of the politics of the rest of the game. That's the hope. We'll see if it actually happens. But, as I say often, no guts, no glory. Okay, often shortly after I say this, my guts are spread all over the universe, but one day it'll work. I'm not going to give up on this idea that one day the no guts, no glory phrase will work. Well, that's just answered that question. That's not our world. And that is the last of the colony ships. And I think I'm going to have to go and take that world then, the Class 11, as we lost the Class 12, no, Class 13. A shame, but it happens. And now the research is complete. High capacity hulls. We're now able to... I'll put my teeth in before I start. We're now... No, that's why I'm struggling. That's badly written. We are now able to build hollow structural elements This makes no sense. We're now able to build hollow structural elements still capable of handling very high compression loads. I have no idea how that sentence is meant to sound. By maximizing the use of these and routing various ancillary ship systems through the cavities, we can save space for mission critical equipment. Fantastic. Now, on to diplomacy. Bureau of Labour, cultural influence, entertainment. You're going to start getting us tourism. Okay, so maybe I'm going to go down tourism for a bit before I start doing the diplomacy. It's not that many turns. Okay, the construction of the shipyard is done. Freighter. More money is more money. Then let's start building these corvettes. Ooh, you know what? It's only a little bit less damage, but it has a lot higher recharge, so 3 groups, 3 fleets of these. See if we can start doing some serious bets. Decent money. Let's just check how many trade routes we have available. 1. Oh no, 4. Okay, no, 4 trade routes I can live with. You would like... No. No, that's fine. That's fine. I'm happy to not let you have that. And now to the next world. Solar flare. An increased period of solar activity has caused a species of previously dormant insects to suddenly begin swarming, greatly limiting activity in your colony. Your scientists have developed a sonic screen which can kill the insects, but believe there may also be a way to expand the technology to rid the world of the swarm forever. What effects it will have on the ecosystem are as yet unknown. What are your orders? Well, if this technology kills en masse, we simply won't use it. Put everything behind shutters for a while. This is simply a part of living on alien planets. In fact, consider advertising this strange event to stir up some increased tourism. Now that could be good, as we're about to get tourism. That gives us benevolence, but reduces manufacturing and approval, but gives us a massive tourism boost. Probably worth doing. Or apply the technology, but only enough for us to continue to colonize colony operations unabated. Or we can go murder all the bugs. Murder the big ones and the little ones, and especially the medium-sized ones. Murder them all and see how they taste. Yeah, that seems pragmatic, but because I want the benevolent boost to my research, I'm going benevolent. So, what have we got here? Research and wealth. Okay, over here is population. So we could get good manufacturing here to counter the rather poor, shall we say, manufacturing we'll have on this world. We'll get population boost. I think we'll save over here for tourism. So we'll put the planetary improvements here. Bit of research up here. See, a consulate is always useful. And you know what? Further research here. And we'll see what we can do once we have... Actually, let's rush by this one. Just to make my life easier. And we'll see what we can do with the tourism in about 10 turns when it's done. But this area is getting quite well populated now. And our people are just growing hugely. Nice class 10. Okay, I can live with that world. I may have to claim that at some point. However, I'm going to start doing some serious building of star bases soon. We are missing out on a lot of these. Wait, actually, how's the bazaar doing? Has anyone taken anything yet? No. Okay. That's fine. Let's see. Have you scout over here, see what we can find. Again, I still don't know where the Drengin are. Here we stand. Third faction. Okay, the Altarians are above us now. They do really like us. Should probably start trading with them next to try and get them to like us even more. They've got the highest tech and approval and tourism. We are nowhere near those. So our tech is jumping up. Huge population and economic power. We are a financial powerhouse. And we are only going to get better as time goes on. Especially if we get some more worlds. And we've got 78 income a term, which is, for me, it's fantastic, but it's actually pretty good for anyone. Yeah, I'm looking forward to when we start having the universal voting to see how that actually does for us. Okay. Nothing of threat over here. Just keep looking. Aha, research is complete. Without the approval of our people, we won't be able to accomplish very much. Distracting them with various amusements is perhaps a cynical ploy, but it may be easier than trying to treat them as the rational beings they are so often not. Isn't that the truth? Okay. Excellent. Tourism will be turning up soon for us. Class 12 there. Ooh, class 10. Class 11. I want the class 11. Okay, we've got a really good spread. I'd definitely like to start getting some of my borders expanded. And possibly a starbase over here. Let's see. Can I rush by a constructor? No, that's going to have to wait then. Fair enough. But the freight is coming in soon anyway, which will get us some good money. Let's see. I think it helps to come from larger worlds, so Shang Yangtze. Hopefully that's better. I actually don't quite understand how that one works, but you know, it's got a higher number, it must be good. Okay, well I want to trade with the Altarians, you know, to try and make them like me more. Or at the very least, dislike me slower. Except of course they do like me, which is really good. And we have Cassandra 1. Mysterious natives. This world has a group of mysterious nomadic natives who carry with them relics far more advanced than the rest of their technology. Their oral history gives hints that they arrived here from a long journey some hundreds of years earlier, and your scientists get the impression they're a failed colony which has regressed to pre-industrial levels. It's possible some of these relics could be of interest to your researchers, but they're quite valuable to the natives. What are your orders? Yeah, that's a nice one. I think this is actually a new one to me. I don't remember seeing this. So that's pretty cool. Leave the natives and their treasures be. Begin documenting their fascinating oral history, however, which may be of interest to others in our culture. That will give us some influence growth, which is nice. Or, leave the natives and their treasures be. Continue speaking with them, however, to learn any other secrets they might have at how to survive on this world. That will give us a population growth, which would be useful. Or we can go malevolent. These fools don't know the power of the trinkets they hold. Take them from them for their own safety, and also, sure, for our benefit. 10% research. Now I'm going for the influence. I want the benevolent boost. Population. Well, I can get a good population boost here. I'd say basic factories over here. Let's get farms here. Oh, population boost on the tile. Okay. I misread that. So cancel that one as well. Farm here. And farm here. Then Xeno hospital in the hospital here. Okay. I think 2 consulates would be beneficial. Influence, wealth and tourism. Fact. We'll rush as is my want. We'll rush by the planetary soil upgrade. Let's see. Entertainment capital. Not going to use that one yet, but I will use a market center and a bit of research. Research is always good. And you know what? We'll move an entertainment center over here. I'm going to start getting some more terraforming options. I've not really got a lot I can do to terraform yet, but that's not really been my focus, so hardly surprising. Oh, the time for peace is over, Zayfard. Prepare for war. Well, that is disappointing. There is nothing to be gained from war. Despite our prodigious strength, we find you have not. No, you've just declared war on us. We're not going to give you anything just as you declared war. And we've got the final benevolent quantum leap. This advancement was so significant that we could not imagine what we were about to become, and once transformed, we could not remember what we once were. Fantastic, that's 600 research points. But more importantly, all colonies now get 5 extra research a turn. It's fantastic. And we can now start worrying where we're going to go from here. I'm not sure which of these I'm actually going to go for. They're all really good. So I may start looking at some pragmatic from here. Some trades would be quite useful. Builders would always be really good. So, and to be honest, I'm still going to keep getting points every single turn on Benevolent. I need 75, but you know, that means every 5 turns I'm making 10. So, be a little while, but we can get there. And we have an idle colony. Is there anything I can put on here? No, so where's your bonus? Oh, research. Yeah, you know what? Focus on the research. Research is more than a little good. Oh, hello. Coordination Center. Research Capital could be good. Plus 2 levels to all of them. Plus 1 to all of them. Yeah, I think I need to destroy that. Bring in Coordination Center. Rush by and go focus on projects. Okay, Stargazer. And we haven't yet got... 12ism is 3 more turns. Okay, so that's going to have to wait. That's a class 10, so no use to me yet. Oh, shipyard, okay. 3 worlds. So we'll take those 3 as free ones. Okay, let's see if there's some better worlds we can take. Or at least free up some ones which are farther away from us. Well, that one can be removed. That one's pretty good. But let's see. 3 worlds. Oh yeah, that's a good one. We just need 1 more good one. So, we're by Krell. What worlds are nearby Krell? So, you'll take it from there. From Avenex will be good. Actually, Avenex will be really good. How useful is Avenex to our main production? It is our 2nd highest. Okay, however, we could take Stargazer 3. Cut that one down. Okay. Yeah, we'll get a better production boost over here for that. Okay. And then these worlds seem to have no production going on at all. So, what shall I build from here? Well, you know what? I think I'm going to build a fair few constructors. Get those out, get those ready. Oh! Okay, I've found where the Drengen are. So, we are on their doorstep. Okay, so they're now within striking range. That's concerning. Interstellar tourism. Not only can we distract our own citizens with amusements, we can begin luring friendly visitors from our galactic neighbours. This will not only help improve relations, it should also result in extra income for us. Fantastic. However, I think at this stage, I either need to get a boost into politics, or hang on, United Planets, Cloud. Planets lobbyists, United Planets, Cloud, or some engineering at this point. Logistics could be good. Get larger fleets. Better weaponry could be really useful. 11 turns for matter disruption. So actually, at this stage, let's see. Planetary invasion. So military specialization. I'm going to get better soldiering. Plus 0.1, and then we can start getting invasions, so we can start taking Drengen worlds as we need to. Which we're going to need to sooner or later. Oh wow! More really good worlds. I don't have the money just to rush by. 138 a turn, okay. Not bad, and soldiering's already done. Our military's regular training exercises are beginning to pay off, and we can now expect our soldiers to be far more efficient when conducting ground-based operations. Excellent. Let's get the planetary invasion done. 3 turns for that. Wow. Okay, let's just go through the worlds. I know there's 1 or 2. That was one of them. Port of Call. Boost to tourism. What was another one I was waiting on tourism? This one will be very good for tourism, because it'll give us money, which is always good. I wasn't waiting on tourism here. There was another one I was waiting on tourism for. Let's see. Port of Call to tourism, wealth and influence. Yeah. Put that there, try and get some extra tourism. And that was going to be another farm. I'm sure this isn't the other one I was looking for. That was what we were going to do. Tourism here. And entertainment. That, I think, was the one. Consulate, and I was also going to have tourism here. So I'm getting tourism quite a long way across the board. Hopefully this will give us lots of money. Lots of lovely, lovely money. Any other places screaming out for some tourism? No. Okay, but that should give us a lovely boost. Actually, let's see what that's done to our standing in the universe. Tourism income. Wow, okay, that's boosted us to the highest tourism income. We now still have the highest population and economy. We have very poor military power though, but fantastic influence. Idle colony, so you are a good research colony. See, what's the population like? Almost at max, so I'm going to focus on research for you. Really push the research. Wow, the worlds we have over here. The money we've got. I mean, 138 a turn, that is... I'm not used to having that much money. I'm really not. Okay. Stargazer 2. Send you out. Let's see, who am I trading with? Got 1 Altarian, 1 New Iconian, and 1 of the Arceans. You know what? Let's have some more training with the Arceans. They are our nearest neighbour and we really do not want to be on the wrong side of them. They're close enough to be a massive threat. Okay, let's explore over here. That would be really useful. I think I'm going to have to put a Star AM shipyard over here as well. I can't afford... How much to rush by a shipyard? Ah, it's already used rush for this turn. Okay. Move it up a lot actually, because this is yeah, after the basic factories. This is going to be a prime location to have a shipyard. And I can take that world as well. But that's going to have to wait for a little while. Okay. Let's just see what we can find. I mean, we've not got the best fleet here. But it might be enough to deal with the Drengen. Seem to be in this corner of a... Well, I estimate in this corner of space, looking where this is. But if that's the case, they have a really small empire. But then we have far and away got the largest empire of the the most people in the entire universe. In our empire. Planetary invasion. We've developed the equipment and tactics necessary to land on a world and take it by force. A little hard to imagine it, but we must accept that humans are now the alien invaders. Ah, I love that. Okay, planetary bombardment. We'll go for informational warfare. It's only 2 turns, and the idea of using biological weapons or nuclear weapons just doesn't feel right for a benevolent nation such as our own. However, I'm going to start becoming more pragmatic. The other benevolent stuff isn't really appealing to me much. Although maybe the prominence one is. Ooh. Okay, no, that's useful. Anything gets built within our area becomes ours. Or if we get our influence growth, it becomes ours. So, that's actually worthwhile doing. Military base here. We'll have to get a good fleet to deal with that. This might be that good fleet. No. That is our only war fleet. I'm not risking it on some fool's errand. Yes, it might be useful, but it might not. The Yor. Despite our prodigious strength compared to the Zayfardian Empire, we find you do have knowledge that we still lack. Give us information about beam weapons, and we may overlook the temptation to take advantage of your relative weakness. If you need beam weapons, you're weak. No. We are starting to be able to build fleets. Massive fleets. You are not the biggest threat to us. Okay. Which world was I building the shipyard on? Wait, there we are. Protera 2. Only a couple of turns away from being able to rush by. But we are going to start doing some serious purchasing. And some serious ship acquisition. However, we've almost got a Class 11 world to help us. And we've already got stellar marines. Informational warfare lacks a certain visceral appeal, but EMPs and targeted hacking attacks can cripple an enemy's coordination and limit the effectiveness of their defences without needing to risk any of our own Viscera. I have no idea what that word means. Okay, so a couple of options here. I want to see what they've got actually before I do too much more. Colonization. Environmental engineering would be really useful to get us the colonizing. Ooh, that could be really good actually. Or fertility center. Ooh, yeah, facility centers. We want to grow our population even more. Oh, another civilization. We were ancient when the universe was new, but are now only a dim shadow of what we once were. We are pleased to meet you. And we've got some more treasury, which is really nice. And Carnoria 3 is ours. Colonizing event. Your colonists report a variety of strange disturbances. Doors which open and close on their own. Strange lights in the night. A mysterious hole in the ground which screams. That's definitely worried. Your scientists seem to think the colony might be haunted. Building on the ruins of a previously failed colony may have been a bad idea, they say. Also, underneath that colony was another failed colony, which was built in a graveyard. What's your orders? Begin moving the colony to somewhere less haunted. This will cost a lot and hamper production for years to come, but what else can be done? Usefully gives us benevolence. Or, ghosts don't exist. Fix the door, fix the lights, and put some boards over the hole that screams. Tell everyone to get back to work. That gives us an approval boost. Or, let's at least use the ghost for something. Them to train our soldiers in the art of managing fear. Or just lock dissident workers in a room with them to scare them into working harder. That's mean. That gives us defense bonuses, manufacturing bonuses, but really hurts our approval. I think this time I'm going to stick to benevolence just for the boosts I can get later down the line. This gives us approval and influence, and this will give us manufacturing, which I would rather have, to be totally honest. Yeah, we'll get manufacturing there. Then, well, I always like having my colony and my farms together. That'll be helpful. My farms and my hospitals together. Okay, I'm going to want to spread my culture a little bit. And I think this world, being on the border, will need defending. I get a bit of cash from it and a little bit of science. Not going to be the best world in the end, but something is better than nothing. And we are pushing the civilization and our empire much, much further. Okay, so that survey ship's done okay. Let's go to the space junk, see what that gives us. However, I'm afraid I am now out of time for tonight's episode. So I do hope you've enjoyed today's episode. It's been really productive. We've gained all the worlds we wanted. We've not actually done any of the research I planned to do. I may come to regret that later down the line. But as of right now, we're getting better population growth, and I am going to start focusing on military soon. We have got a second starbase, which is currently producing constructors for me to go and start mining areas, be able to give myself boost to worlds, being really useful. And a second starbase is being ready to be built up here on Drengen, up by the Drengen. We are going to start building military vessels soon. We've got our freighters going out, giving us lots of income. Let's see, 14 billion galactic credits a turn so far. But that's still pretty good. And it's going to get better over time. And is getting people to like us more. So on the next episode, I'm going to continue expanding the empire. There's a couple of worlds over here I want. And I'm going to keep building up the attack center over here. I'm also going to start, well, we've almost finished the last freighter. No, we have finished the freighter. We're starting to build up our corvette fleet. And when I get a bit closer to the Drengen, I'm hoping I'm going to be able to see what they specialize in. So I can actually fight them accordingly. I'm hoping it'll be, they'll be weak against lasers, as that does seem to be the route I'm taking. And in fact, I'm probably going to go to lasers as soon as this is finished. But that is for tomorrow night's episode. So again, I do hope you've enjoyed this episode. And if you have, please leave a like, shares, comments, all that stuff really helps. And lets me know this is a series you're enjoying and want to see more of. And I hope you'll join me for the next episode. But, until then, farewell.